Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I am at Bitcoin 2021 in Miami. I don't ever announce these things, but I just decided to come check it out. I like to hear what everybody's saying and meet different people and find out what's going on, and decided that it would be something interesting to come down here. I haven't been to Miami since I was a kid, and so decided why not. And so, plus there's a lot of people that are here that I wanted to meet, and I'll show you one of them here in a minute. You had Chris Giancarlo. Now, I didn't get to watch a lot of these, and let me explain to you guys just how crowded this thing is. When I first got to the conference this morning from my hotel, got to the conference, the lines were wrapped. I saw a line and went, okay, so I need to go stand in line. Walked to the line, walked to the end of the block, and then it wrapped around that block and said, okay, well, it's a little longer than I thought. Walked to the next block. It's around that block. This thing wound and wound and wound. There's got to be, I've heard crazy numbers here. It would not surprise me at all if there's 50,000 people here. Not at all. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Okay. So, wanted to let you see this first. Chris Giancarlo and Brian Brooks were on stage together, and there was a little thing here that Cointelegraph did that summarized some of the things that they said. I'm doing the best I can with the time I have today. By the time Bitcoin features came in 2017, I was already a wide supporter of blockchain. Then Brian Brooks goes on, if you've never worked in a big bank, you have no idea how bad the problem is. The future is going to be built on networks. That's what Bitcoin's about. In life, you should not care what job you have, but what mission you have. I agree with that. And then he also said, my effort at the OCC was basically to say, today the world runs on banks. 20% of us know Bitcoin. We need to make the world safe from migration from banks to Bitcoin. Let markets establish where the value is what Giancarlo said. Now, I think that what he's talking about here is what I've been talking about is, let's have a level playing field. Don't give just Bitcoin and Ethereum clarity. Give them all clarity, and when you do that, this is what America's all about. Competition. Let them all compete. There doesn't have to be one winner in this thing. Let them compete, and let's find out. That's the key. And I think that that's really the most important thing here. Now, I wanted to show you this because before they got on stage, I happened to bump into Chris Giancarlo, and I took this picture with him, and he was the nicest guy. In fact, the first thing I said to him, this was kind of interesting. The first thing I said to him, because when you do a YouTube channel out here, we don't know if they like us talking about all these different things, or if they don't like us talking about all these different things. And so I kind of said to him, because on this channel, I have gone into his background and the different connections that I've made between him and different entities and all this, and I've shown all kinds of stuff about him. And he looked at me and he told me point blank, he goes, no, you're a part of this, just like we're a part of this, doing our own thing, and you're a part of this. Everybody's kind of contributing to changing the world here. And so he was just a very nice and humble guy. I mean, these are big, powerful people, and he was the most down-to-earth guy, and he's a great dresser too, as you can see. Unlike how I was dressed, I was roughing it, and you can see I grew my beard out a little bit, not a beard, but some scruff anyway. I don't normally have facial hair, but I did today. Okay, and by the way, that is not Vanderbilt. That's a travel ball hat. Okay, now, one of the most interesting things said at this Bitcoin conference today, there was an awkward moment where Floyd Mayweather, who got on stage, said this.
Okay, a few questions. So the Bitcoin world, there's a lot of ups and downs. I've been here for a long time. 2013, 2017, up and down. I think a few weeks ago, everyone in this room was probably panicking in front of their screen a bit. You always talk about mental toughness. So I'd love for you some tips on mental toughness, or how to stick through, because 50 and 0, that's, you must have a lot of mental toughness there.
I want the people to believe in themselves. And everybody in the crypto world is competing with one another. Whereas I feel like everybody should be able to choose what they want to choose and go with who they want to go with. I think everybody should work together. And what I always did was I believed in myself. Before anybody else believed in me, I believed in myself. And I believe that it's going to be, another cryptocurrency that's going to be just as large as Bitcoin someday.
Uh-oh, you're not allowed to say that.
It's okay. That's no different from Uber and Lyft. There's no problem. Everybody's entitled to their. Everybody is entitled to their own opinion. I got to where I got to. I don't knock anyone, but I got to where I got to without no cryptocurrency. So without no cryptocurrency, I was able to make over $1 billion. And to this day, I'm still living a great life. So with or without any cryptocurrency, Floyd Mayweather is going to be okay.
Now, I think he's making a good point there, and that's really the problem. What has fermented all of the fighting within the different digital currency scenes. What's created all of that, what hatched it all, is this idea that it's only going to be Bitcoin and never anything else. I'm happy for Bitcoin to succeed and Ethereum to succeed as well. But I think there needs to be a level playing field. Let the competition run its course. Don't give two digital assets clarity when you could give all of them clarity if you really wanted to. That's why I've said 1,000 times, there are political forces going on that are intentionally doing this, and at some point they're not going to be able to keep doing it, and that's when you'll see the competition happen. And he's right. It's not going to be one. It's going to be a handful at least. And I don't think everybody ought to be upset with what he's saying. I think he's making a good point. Jeremy Hogan, the general rule on extensions, so the SEC is asking for extensions right here, files a notice of intent Ripple files a notice of intent to submit a letter no later than June 9th in opposition to the SEC's request to extend the discovery deadline. And then, and so Jeremy Hogan's kind of agreeing with that. But this is the interesting one. Look at this. Ripple files a motion to compel. The SEC refuses to turn over internal Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP documents. Judge Netburn twice told them to turn it over. Not a single document has been produced. Judge Netburn will not be pleased. This right here could get really ugly really quick for the SEC. This could be one fascinating situation right here, folks. And I'm looking forward to this. Now, this is something I missed this morning, but it's fascinating. So I wanted to read it. I'm going to read the whole thing to you. Why not? The math behind a 4-figure XRP. And I don't know who this guy is, and this is not me talking. I'm just telling you that he did an interesting write-up. Don't know how he came up with this. Just thought it was interesting. As we've all probably heard, XRP will bridge all the money in the world, and it's easy to see why. It is fast, reliable, cheap, potential ledger for CBDCs. However, all is a big ask, so I am going to be working off XRP controlling a 14% share of 87% of the money in the world. Why? ISO 20022. That estimates that it will be supporting 87% of financial transactions by 2023. Ripple 2020, also cited by that involved in this includes Cardano, Algorand, XDC Network, which is XFIN, Ripple, Fix Protocol, Financial Information Exchange, okay, ISDA, and then Swift, Visa. Okay, this shows that there are 11 companies, cryptos, working on this standard between financial institutions. If the market share was split equally, then each would be responsible for 9 of the 87% financial transactions in the world. However, nothing is ever equal, and with Ripple leading the way to bridge CBDCs, as they are already in talks with the European Central Bank for a digital euro, Bitcoin.com 2021, and the Bank of England for a digital pound, it would be safe to say that XRP are front runners in this. Therefore, that is why we are giving XRP a 14% share rather than 9% equal share. So the maths, we need the global financial and market size. This is $867 trillion according to the World Economic Forum as cited on CoinDesk 2021. We now need to work out 87% of this to give us how much ISO 20022 will manage. This is 754 trillion. We now need to work out the 14% of this to give us potential market cap for XRP 754.29 trillion times 14%, 105 trillion. To find the value of one XRP, you will need to divide the potential market cap by the amount of coins. Let's work with 100 billion coins for simplicity. $1,050. This would place one XRP at $1,050. Then he gives his disclaimer there. That's a pretty fascinating little write-up. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and tell your friends and family that this guy just made the case for an XRP at $1,050.